Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into a really specialized world, the world of professional audio and video infrastructure.
Right. We're talking the backbone of live TV, military command centers, places like that.
And our mission today is to understand the sort of high-stakes ecosystem around one specific system, the tvONE 1RK chassis, and the company that supplies it, HDTV Supply.
Exactly. And HDTV Supply, they've been doing this for 25 years. They're not just a reseller. They're a partner with these high-end manufacturers like tvONE. If you're building something that absolutely cannot fail, these are the people you call.
Okay, so let's use an analogy to frame this. If we think of the 1RK chassis as this, ultimate professional server rack for AV gear,
For mission-critical stuff, yeah. Fiber transmitters, video scalers.
then we have to talk about its biggest weakness.
Heat.
Which brings us right to our focus product today. It's the dedicated 6RU-FAN cover module. I mean, it might just look like a fan unit, but really it's the essential ventilation system. It's protecting thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars of gear sitting right underneath it. And that cooling module, get this, it costs $285.
$285 for a fan.
And yeah, it's listed in stock, free shipping. But the real story is what you're actually paying for. This is not a standard computer fan, right?
Yep.
This is where you see the cost of that specialized, guaranteed reliability for 247 operations.
Well, what's fascinating is the integration. That $285 kit, it's not just the fan. You get the power circuit, the rear dock. But here's the thing. It's specifically designed to be powered only by their separate proprietary power supply.
Ah, so it's not plug and play. You can't just hook it up to anything.
Not at all. It forces you deeper into their architecture.
So it's a dedicated part of this very controlled, very high-end ecosystem. And that must be why the accessories have such eye-watering price points. An empty blank cover is $85.
And 100 for one with a little plexiglass window.
But that cost isn't just for a piece of metal, is it? It's for things like specialized shielding, precise mounting, things that maintain the thermal integrity of the whole unit.
Absolutely. And if we connect that to why people buy this stuff, I mean, when failure means a live broadcast goes dark or a surgeon loses their video feed, the power architecture is everything.
Okay, so what are we talking about for power?
Well, the standard 250-watt power supply, that starts at $630. But for real zero downtime operations, they have a dual redundant power supply. That one runs up to $1,750.
Wow. So redundancy isn't a luxury in this world.
No, it's mandatory.
Okay, so the cost is massive. But the supplier, HDTV Supply, they seem to balance that risk with lifetime support. Telephone, chat, text, email, for life.
They do. When you invest this much, you expect that level of support. But this brings up a really important point about commitment, the buyer's commitment.
What do you mean?
When you order that fan module, the purchasing policy is absolute. It is strictly non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
So once you click buy, you are all in, no backing out.
Zero tolerance. And that policy, it tells you this isn't just inventory sitting on a shelf. This is highly specialized, probably configured to order equipment.
And that specialized approach seems to go both ways. I noticed they offer specific discounts for certain groups.
Federal, state, and local governments, universities, military accounts, they usually verify you with your email domain, a .gov or .mil.
Which shows they know exactly who their customer is. Institutional buyers who need that high reliability and have the budgets for it.
Precisely.
So when we pull back, what does this deep dive really show us? We've seen a market where every single component, even a $285 cooling fan, is part of this philosophy of zero failure.
And the buyer has to commit completely with that non-refundable policy. But in return, they get these incredibly robust, fully redundant power options, like that $1,750 dual supply and the promise of lifetime support.
At the end of the day, the value you're buying is uptime, a guarantee.
It is. This whole system proves that the biggest costs in critical infrastructure are often hidden in the simplest looking parts, the ones that prevent everything else from failing.
So it leaves us with a final thought for you to consider. When you think about the necessity of cooling for your own critical systems, what level of redundancy and what corresponding cost are you applying to the least visible, but maybe the most essential parts of your own operations?